Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be working on a Mac Plus yet again. We've never worked on a Mac Plus here at the Big Bad Bench. We've worked on a lot of Mac Pluses here at the Big Bad Bench. Actually, this is a good Mac Plus board. Let me show you what's on the Big Bad Bench right now. So we have a board. We have my very fancy extension that we're extending the motherboard, logic board connector dealy using nails because I didn't want to permanently destroy one of those cables. We have our board externally powered, and let's show you what's happening. This is on the computer right now. Take a look at this mess that is this logic board and what it's doing. And so while you're watching that, let me say hi to folks in the chat. We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Mr. Tech Gadget, Eric's Edge, Garth Beagle, All Things DG, Gut Bomb, Lazy Blue Goat, Mac 84, Joe's Computer Museum. I'm not late, Joe. I'm here just in the right amount of time. Francois Raval, CDI, Joe Williams, Mark Anning. Hello. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for hanging out here. Oh, Joe is fixing a Lisa keyboard. That's fun. Mac84 says this looks good to him. Yeah. So this is what we're dealing with. It kind of looks like it draws a line, and then it skips, and then it like draws two lines, and then it goes again, and I don't really understand what's going on here. But the weird thing about this is normally when we have some kind of weird corruption with a Mac Plus, it'll halt it on boot, or it'll give you some sort of error message. This thing will run forever. You can't really see how many cycles it's run, but this thing, you could let it go all day, and this is what it's going to look like. And so this is going to be a hard one because I really have no idea what's going on. And so I've tried to get my oscilloscope so that you can see what I'm seeing when we look at the oscilloscope. Emmy Mad Max, hello. Yeah, either VRAM or interrupt issue. So that's the thing, right? Like it's scanning horizontally. The other weird thing, if we look towards the bottom of the screen, you can see our inward curve happening, and then it's like it catches up with a bunch of the extra junk that it needs, and it fills it in. But yeah, that's the thing about the Mac Plus is there's not like one interrupt controller as far as I can figure out. This thing is silly with pals, and that's what we're working with. So let's shut this down. No need to abuse it any further. All right. So you can see this thing is it's running, it's happy. The other thing is that this kind of, to me, would point to, see how we have that line at the bottom that's like all the extra stuff it wanted to draw, and then it finally decides to draw it at the bottom. This seems to me like it would be some sort of analog board thing, right? Because the analog board's sort of driving the vertical refresh. And so let me show you that it's not the analog board. And so this is part of the reason I'm doing this stream right now, is this is the Mac Plus that I owe Eric's Edge still. And I was doing more testing on it, and I found another problem. Basically, the screen would kick out every once in a while, and this is one of the things that happens with Mac Pluses and Mac 512Ks and 128s is when the solder joints crack on the analog board, it creates resistance, which causes these things to go bad. And so I swapped out the yoke, and it seems to be doing good now, but I wanted to do some more extended testing. This should be the last thing I need to do before I send this off to Eric. So this is an excuse to do more testing on this Mac Plus chassis. So here is another Mac Plus logic board. I could swap the RAM over to prove it, but it's it's not the RAM. But let's just show you what's going on here. And we're gonna hook up the oscilloscope because I want to look at the video signals once we have this booted up to see what they're supposed to look like. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then if we go here, as Joe says, it's not the analog board. Have I tried swapping ROMs? Yeah, and so one of the things we're gonna see here, while that's booting up, let me show you. So what I did with this board, I've socketed everything, basically. Everything is now socketed. We're ready to start swapping chips. I would like to have a smart idea about figuring out which chip to focus on, but I'm kind of an idiot, and so swapping chips is my mechanism for fixing things. But also, let's take a look at the video signals and see what we're dealing with here. All right, let's go back to here. There you go. So you can see our analog board is totally fine. The other thing is that there's the Dead Mac scrolls, right? Which is a giant book, lots of really good information. There's nothing in there that's related to the issue that we're seeing with this machine. So that would have been nice. As Mac84 says, yeah, Steve, I too like wildly swapping things because brain bad. So let's do this. So I apologize in advance because my oscilloscope kind of sucks. Well, the oscilloscope is fine, but its software is pretty terrible. All right, so this is our video out signal. Actually, I think what I'd like to do is simplify what we're looking at as far as our video out goes. ME Mad Max says, I work on computers like I work on cars, buy all the parts, then try to figure out what broke. That's a good way to do it. All right, actually, let's shut this down and go back to the simple half gray screen. Let's unplug our blue SCSI so that it won't boot. Okay. It's a video address counter issue. Okay, that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I, you know, like I said, I'm not real smart, but looking at the schematics, it seems like the two chips that are responsible for the video address counter are the BMU1 and the lag chips, as far as I can figure out. Again, Joe, you're way smarter than me, but here we go. All right, so that's what that looks like. Let's hit auto here. All right, so yeah, you can see we're basically have a little set of curves, and every once in a while we get a flat line. So that's what that's drawing. So that's our video out signal. That's pin 1 of the main connector. If we go to pin 3 of the main connector, let's do this. It's getting a little buggy. Come on. Okay, so there's that signal. That's 22.25 kilohertz, which from what I understand is what that's supposed to look like. And if we go to pin, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this should be our vertical sync, which should be 60 hertz. There you go. And so that's what that's supposed to look like. So that's what those 3 pins on the main connector look like. So let's go back to our other board and see what they look like. This is going to be a lot of swapping. A lot of swapping. It would be nice if I could just have like 2 of these going at once. I like to plug in the mouse to make sure, like, if I've locked it up or something like that, so I can sort of move the mouse around. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that was the last pin. Okay, yep, there's our 60 hertz signal. So that one's still good. Mr. Tech Gadget, the counter must be using the new math. Yeah. Sorry, Francois, that's an issue with my camera not being perfectly aligned with the screen. Okay, so there's our thing. See, we got our 60 hertz signal for vertical. So that one's fine. And we go to this one. Let's see, what's this one doing? This should be the 22. Yep, 22.25 kilohertz. So that one's good. That looks exactly like the previous one did. And then this one should be our video out signal. And this one we were getting that little peaky stuff with a flat line every once in a while. So this is working. The three main signals coming out look totally fine. They look just like the original, or the first, the working one. So that's telling me that there's no major issues, right? Like, I don't know. It seems like it's mostly fine. See how we get that little horizontal line every once in a while. So now what? So I've kind of been leaning towards the one of the PAL chips being bad. It seems worse now that I mess with it. Yeah. If we go and look at, let's go and look at this. Okay, so this is a thing where I try to draw some lines to help me figure out where things go. So I was thinking it was like either the vertical sync or the video out signal. To me, that wasn't really our issue. So Joe is saying video counter. I think these are video counter signals, and I think they just go from between BMU1 and the lag chip. And so there's also this website, which is Wouter's page, and the lag chip is most of the video address counter outputs. So I think that's a good place to start when chip swapping. That's my theory anyway. It just needs extra hugs. That is true, Steve. Don't we all just need extra hugs? So let's swap out our lag chip. Let's swap out our lag chip. And so this guy right here is our lag chip. We're switched off. Set you aside. This board, I also socketed a lot of the chips. They haven't all been socketed yet. But let's try that. I also do want to try swapping the ROMs. I think I already swapped the ROMs, and that was not that did not fix things. Okay. There's our lag chip. Gonna put this one back over here so that I don't lose it. We have a tendency to lose crap here at the BigBadBench. Hey, everything in Broken Garage and Trina's Technobabble are here. All right, so let's try this again. 3, 2, 1. We still got beep. And let's go to DIY cam. And again, this first screen before it actually initializes everything looks normal too, which is kind of interesting. I'm hoping that that is some sort of hint as to what's happening. Nope. All right, same exact thing. So that was our lag chip. Hey, Bacchus. So it's not the lag chip. And so now what I think we should do is go, let's see, what did we say from the lag chip? The video counter went to the BMU1. So that's this guy. So let's swap out our BMU1. Did I see TechKnight's suggestion? TechKnight said that it might be one of the LS chips, which, yeah, that's totally a possibility too. All right, so here's our BMU1 from this. So here's the thing about these boards. So this is an LS chip, that's an LS chip. I think that is a standard kind of logic chip. That's a logic chip. These are all PALs. These are all logic chips. These are all logic chips. These are logic chips. I think that one's a PAL. That one's a logic chip. So this board has a lot of logic chips on it. So that's why it would be nice if I could just figure out, like, using the oscilloscope what's going on, but it's not working that way for me. Well, it's not for me because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but all right. So here's BMU1. Put BMU1 over here. Try this again. 3, 2, 1. I guess one of the things we should do is actually check to make sure that those address lines are, the video counter lines are actually connected. Maybe there's a break on the board or something like that. Nope. Okay, so we can rule out, I think I'm going to write this on the BigBadBench. So we've tried the lag, and we've tried BMU1, because I know I'm going to forget. Okay. All right, so let's see where those two lines are supposed to connect here. Let's go to beat mode. And lag BMU1 should be that's good. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So, it seems like, let's see, let's check the more different board. So if we're here, what do we say? That one. And well, look at that. We got a short. So these two are not supposed to be connected to one another. We got a short somewhere on this. So with the, let me see if I can make this a little bit zoomed in here. Is that an official word? So if we're looking at this board, we have our lag chip. Pin number 2 here should go to there. We got a connection. And then this one is not connected to that one, and it's connected to that one. So now if we do the same thing here, and we go to that one, it's connected. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let's see if that helps. So that's on pin 2, and pin 2, or well, what pin number is that? It's like 19, 18, 3. Okay, so this is cool. We got a short. We got a short. Yes, like Steve said, they were hugging too close. So let's see what that looks like in the oscilloscope. Let's see what those counter lines look like in the oscilloscope. Look at this. We're like diagnosing crap. Uh-oh. We're still on. We're still on. Yeah, we're still on. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, computer. I don't like poking things like that. Let's go to this. Ah, look at that. You're not going to be able to see this. But on my screen, I'm looking at kind of 2 traces. Oh, this is definitely 2 traces on this one. Come on. Oh my God, Rygal, your software is terrible. Yeah, we got stuff happening that's shorting them out. That is fun. Yeah, you can't see on that. I apologize. If you look on my screen or on the oscilloscope itself, there's a couple of overlaid traces. So I think that's what's going on. So let's see if we can figure out where that's coming from. If it's something I did, it could totally be something I did. All right, so we're looking at this side over here. Oh, this board is sticky. So we're looking at these 2 over here. Let's look in the microscope. Sorry, I didn't clean this board up enough. We're gonna have to look at this upside down. My brain's not good enough to handle upside down things like this. Okay, so there's that chip, there's that chip. There's no shorts over here. And this is this side of this chip. And I don't see anything over here. All right, so I guess it's time to get out the moo gun. Sorry, we're gonna have to do some mooing, folks. Let's shift this over a little bit. I can't believe we found a thing. How cool is that? How cool is that thing? I am so terrible at this kind of stuff. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait a minute while the hot air, the moo gun warms up. I was thinking it might be the VIA, I don't know. But you can buy these new, these are a standard chip. Feels like it's not that. Oh, I guess while we wait for that to heat up, let's pop the chip out. take a look at our sockets, see if I screwed anything up there. Oh, gonna stick these. .515A. Gonna put these over on this board just to rest so I can keep track of which one is which. Guess we can look in the microscope and see if there's anything weird happening. I mean, I kind of scratched it a little bit. I don't see anything particularly weird happening. All right, well, whatever. Whatever. Oh, man. All right, a whole lot of mooing going on. At least this should be pretty good because this is all fresh solder. I don't know what that means, Joe. Everyone needs a little mooing on their Boxing Day, right? Isn't that what Boxing Day is all about? I hope everyone's having a good holiday season. Whatever kinds of things you like to celebrate, I hope you're having a lovely time. I do want to point out, I decided to take a quick trip to Florida to say hi to my parents. So I will not be around for my normal Saturday stream this week. Okay. So sometimes Trina or Eric like to take that slot. I would totally give you my stream key, Steve. I trust you with that. There's always more mem tests to do, Trina. In case anyone needs it, you know, if you have like if you don't want to have the standard U-log in the fireplace thing, Trina did a 12-hour mem test stream last weekend. It's nice to put on the TV. Very relaxing. All right, maybe not if you're working on image writers, Steve. I do terrible enough with the algorithm. I don't need an image writer stream to take me down further. Don't say laser writers. I actually have a laser writer here that I need to give you. I forgot to bring it down the last time I was down. Came from Noel Lopez. It's like, do you know anyone that likes weird printers? Yep. Yep, I do. I think I forget if it's a Laser Writer 1 or 2. I forget. It's in the wrong box. I know that. I got it because I thought it was in the box, but it's the wrong box. I noticed that. All right, so if you're a pro with a gun, you can typically get it good enough that you don't have to do a whole lot of work. I like to just heat up these solder joints just to make sure that there's nothing still attaching. Okay, there's one. Ow, ow, that's hot. Ow, that's hot. Might do a stream tomorrow. Nice. Steve says I need to take something of equal or greater weight from the shed. How full is your new shed, Steve? Ooh. Okay. All right. Let's take a look under the microscope and see what we got. All right, that is scraping and making an awful noise. Okay, so the other thing to point out, oh, we're in the wrong thing. Microscope, there we go. All right, so it is on this chip. This is our lag chip. We're looking at this pin and this pin. Let's see if we got a beep. We no longer have a beep. We no longer have shorts there. I guess. Did I screw that up? 0 should be that one. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, okay, so that's 1. And that's 1. So we no longer have a short. Apparently I did that. I did that. What the heck? How did I short that? Is there some sort of weird defective socket thing happening here? No. Hey, Brian. The question is, how empty can you make it, John? I can make things pretty darn empty. It's all still lighter than that stupid 330-pound printer or a scanner that I bought. I got to bring that down to Steve. That is something that Steve could definitely use. All right, so let's put some new sockets on these. Oh, come on, Steve. You know you want a 330-pound scanner. Let's see, need that kind. This many of pins, whatever this is. What is that? 20 pin. Allison would kill me dead. Yeah, I think if my partner knew about it, she would probably kill me too. Not that I keep things from her. All right, let's use Chungus iron. Look a little closer here. I just want to make sure there's nothing weird. Not that one. This guy. So this one does have a trace that runs between there, but it looks like it's not messed up at all. Like that all looks nice and clean. Just gonna assume I made a solder bridge somehow. That's a rookie move. Although I'm gonna go with the excuse that I'm still sort of a rookie. I know I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, but my experience pales in comparison to people like Joe and Steve. Hey, Starbuck. Let's go back to here. Where did I just put that socket? Oh, there it is. It's in here. Hey, Tech Ambrosia. Yeah, so if people wouldn't mind hitting that like button, that would be swell. Also, I do want to say thank you to everyone that's watched my stuff lately. Actually, this month was kind of wild for my channel. It was like the most watch hours I've ever had. So people were hanging out and watching stuff. I don't know why. Why would anyone watch this? Joe asks the same question all the time. But no, seriously, I do appreciate it. That is, I just like, I don't know, it's just wild to me. I appreciate people hanging out. One, it's fun, because, I mean, I would be doing this crap by myself, and I find that all of your comments and stuff are way more entertaining than I come up with, so you kind of help keep me sane as I'm working on this. Okay. Sorry, this isn't the most most visually appealing soldering work here. I'm just trying to crank it out. We're here for the jank. All right, well, if this doesn't work, then I think what I'm gonna have to do is use enameled wire to connect these to the board. That'll be the only way to ensure I don't get any shorts, right? I know, I did actually kind of feel dirty figuring out how to set up my oscilloscope for you to all see. It's like, that's way too high tech for this channel. Ooh, oh, board, oh, board. clean up my soldering iron. This is getting a little much. I'm not going to repeat that one, Steve. Hey, Callan. Yeah, I do need another hand for this kind of stuff. All right, we're getting close. Let's see here. Let's zoom out. We're gonna get stupid. We're gonna plug all this crap in. I think I misaligned this again. Okay. It's our lag chip 30515A. So my oscilloscope is a Rigol DS2302A. It's a really great scope. Like I enjoy the heck out of the scope. And they have a USB interface. You can also use an Ethernet interface. I've tried both. It works the same whether you're plugged into Ethernet or USB. But they have their own proprietary software. And so I'm just doing a window share with their software. All right, let's see if there's still a beep. Okay, so this one, let's go to there. And we no longer have a beep. So that's where that's supposed to go. Before we were connected there. That's where that's supposed to go. That's not connected there. Holy crap, if this works, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Fun fact, wombats have square poop. Well, there's something I did not expect to learn today. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Let's go back to here. 3, 2, 1. Wait a second. No, I want to tilt it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. There's our gray screen. Come on, Plus. It's still doing it. So now did I break something by having it shorted? All right, so let's see what that looks like. Oh, I got this all twisted up. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Hit it with a hammer. Dang. I was thinking I figured something out. Well, we figured something out. Okay, so let's see. That one was here. Let's go to this. Okay, so this is that line that we were looking at before. There were definitely two traces overlaid on top of each other before. Yeah, Asmodeus. Well, that's interesting. and weird. So we fixed the thing, but it didn't fix it. Oh, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong trace. That's that one. Oh no, that still has a double trace. That one's good. This one has a double trace. All right, let's go back to the good board. So this is that we're looking at now. You can't see it, but I see a double trace. This is VC1. VC1. VC0 is good. VC1 is having issues. From your perspective, they look the same. All right. You discovered that you broke your linear address generator chips. Well, I mean, that's a possibility. I think we might be able to make a new one of those. I gotta see if I have them. Yeah, let's see if I destroyed the chips. Let's make sure that this one's working fine. Oh, all right. Yeah, you can't see this, but it's the same way on this one. There is sort of a double trace that happens on this one. So this is this one is VC1. Okay, well, that sucks and is good. So that's totally fine. See, we're good there. So our chips are good. All right, so let's just for the heck of it, let's go back to here. Let's swap these around again. It's our lag. So first we'll do our lag chip. This is the bad board. It's labeled down there. Okay. Okay, that one's fine. The lag chip's fine. So let's go back to here. Pull out our BMU1. this. There. You. Foam and foil keyboard repairs. That's gross. Uh-oh. Got a problem. Got a problem. Broke our good board. Oh, shit. Probably didn't help that I had this laying on the RAM slot. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so our good board is still good. Oh, let's swap in our bad board. Yep, that's still messed up. So the other idea I had was the VIDU signal. So that, if we look at, oh, let's shut this. Oh, and I didn't plug it in. All right. If we look at this, no, not that. Yeah, we might resort to hitting things with a hammer. Where's this? Okay. So our VIDU signal goes to this F253 U10G. I think that's this chip. So if we go here, we have a bunch of F253 chips, but based off of the way the schematic was, I'm thinking it's this one. So I want to try this one. This chip actually kind of looks a little nasty. Yeah, this is U10G down here, and that's what's in that schematic here, is U10G. Okay, let's try that one. I want to see what that looks like in the oscilloscope too. Should be the second pin. Nope, that's not our problem. go back to this. It's almost a nice little signal. So that's our U, what is that line? That's the vid U signal. That's the VA8 signal. This one should be getting a C2M, so it should be one of our clock signals. Yep, 2 megahertz, that's what we're looking at there. It's a little, it's not very high. If we look up here at this one, that's our 16 megahertz signal. That one's also a little low. Have I tried swapping the RAM? I can do that just to show that that's not our problem. Okay, so this is the F04 chip that divides a lot of our clocks. It's one of the reasons I was thinking that might be involved. So that's our, let's see, this is 16 megahertz. That's 16 megahertz. I guess overall our clocks are a little low. All right. I always hate shutting those off. Let me swap out the RAM just to prove that that's not the problem. Sure, you're gonna make me swap RAM in a system with plastic retention clips. I like to live on the edge a little bit. So this is the RAM coming right out of our other board. And while that's booting up, I'm gonna pull out the ROM sims, or yeah, ROM sims, the ROM chips. Hey, Thomas Intro. Shows saying that we have a single address output line that is incorrect. It's stuck or floating. That's a possibility. But yeah, that's our new ROM, RAM, same thing. Okay, and let's swap in our ROMs. Joe knows things. Joe knows a lot of good things. That's why we gotta listen to Joe. Have we tried a blowtorch yet? No, I haven't tried a blowtorch yet. We used the hot air earlier. That's about as close as we get. What time is it? 3 o'clock. Okay, gotta keep an eye on the time. Gotta go spend time with folks today. All right, here's the ROMs swapped out. All right. No clips were harmed in the swapping of all 4 chips across 2 boards. So we're good to go there. All right. All right, so obviously we still have issues. One of these, let's see, where is it? U10F sends some kind of a video sequence thing. If we go back to here, oh, we gotta write down, what have we swapped so far? We did F253. And that was at position U10G. Oops. Now I want to try this chip. This is the LS166. So maybe it is a marginal crystal. That could do something like that, I guess. This is U10F. So I guess what my next step would be if this doesn't do it is to follow what Joe, oh, yep, this doesn't do it, is to go through the address lines and see if there is one that's floating or being pulled down. And generally, that's going to be some kind of resistor. And you can see there, that didn't work. Let's look at our this. Okay, so we just tried this chip, that wasn't it. We tried that chip, that wasn't it. So all these 253s, so these are the video address lines. Normally there's some sort of a terminating resistor. Where is that other? There's another chip around here that's like, oh, this thing. Resistor pack. This thing has all the address lines on it. Guess we could check out this. So this is 13 times 2.2 kilo ohms. Go back to here. Let's go to ohms mode. Let's go to resistance. So these are all going to be going to ground. Oh, let's shut that off. .2, well, 2.3, but that's close enough for our purposes. 2.2, 2.3, 2.2, 2.3, 2.3. Yeah, that one is different. That one is fine. That's that one goes to 5 volts, I think. Yep, that goes down to 5 volts. The rest of them should all be 2.2. So those are good. Oops. Open inductor. That one's not open. So yeah, I guess my next thing is going to go around and check all these resistors, make sure we have resistances. Here's an inductor. That one's fine. What we got on the back of these boards? Yeah, there's nothing on the back. So that simplifies things for us. We don't have to worry about doing stuff on both the front and the back of the boards. Oh, well, that's fun. All right, well, I think I need to call it here. I'm sorry. So we made a little progress. We found a short. The short has been resolved. It didn't fix nothing, which sucks. But we got rid of a short. So, you know, we'll call that a win and some progress. DIY is here just as I'm finishing up. We made a little progress today. We didn't get it fixed, but we made some progress. These are all the things we've swapped: the lag, the BMU, 1, F253, LS166. We also did the ROMs and the sims, just to prove that isn't the issue. So we'll keep this list until we get it all figured out. And yeah, we'll be back at it at some point. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to do my Saturday stream this week. Definitely check out other folks. I know Justin D. Morgan is streaming tonight. So make sure to check out his stream. He's going to be doing some December stuff. Oh, Mac 84 might poke at the Quadra. You know you want to see that. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Joe, for your assistance and advice on which things I should be checking out here. Have a lovely New Year's, y'all. Give hugs to people you love. And yeah, have a very happy New Year. And hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. And I'll see you all in the new year.